Hi, Johnny. Can you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon, Mindy. I can hear you just fine. Um, uh,
There it goes. I can hear
Give me
you.
a minute.
I couldn't hear you, but you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay.
Um, Denise is not going to be in today. Her husband's sick.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I hope he gets better.
She said it wasn't COVID, but I think he's kind of in bad shape.
Oh man, yeah, don't need that for sure. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. It kept saying you're connecting to audio, so I was
I
kind of like,
know it's just circling, circling, circling.
yeah. All right. Denise won't be here for sure. I do
Oh,
know
okay.
that. Her husband is sick.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
She's gonna unmute herself. Hold on.
Oh,
I'm doing just fine, and you?
I'm doing great.
Good,
Are you
good.
ready for all this COVID stuff to be over with?
I've been ready for it to be over.
Yes.
Well, we have, my daughter's pregnant and my oldest son's wife is pregnant. And we're like, oh, gosh, we're scared to death that one of them is going to be sick.
Oh yeah.
Mm,
It is scary.
yeah. Let me close my door here.
Yeah, I had one of my classmates to pass Monday. She'd had it for 2 weeks, and they didn't know where she got it from.
Oh, really?
Oh
I'm
wow.
sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, sorry to
thank
hear that.
you.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm just, and it doesn't seem to be going away. And the flu
I
season is
know.
around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if these people wouldn't be so darn hard headed and not wanting to wear masks and stuff like that, it's just crazy.
You're right. My wife and I were talking about that earlier. It's just if everybody would just be conscious of everyone else, at least. If you don't care about
Yeah,
yourself, at least care about everybody else.
Yeah.
that's
But
true.
I don't know. Weird times, weird times.
Yeah, that's true.
I even brought myself the last Dr. Pepper in my refrigerator.
Well, they were talking about a shortage. I was like, are you
I
serious?
know. I was
Well,
like,
that's what
man,
my
I'm gonna
wife
have to
just
go
said. She said,
stock
don't
up.
drink that. You need to put it on eBay.
Well, you know what? I try not to buy soda unless, I was having an event or something at the house. Because I'm the type of person, I drink it like water. And
Yep.
I keep drinking, no matter what kind it is. And
That's
I
me.
just keep drinking till it's gone.
That's
Yep.
me. Well,
Mm-hmm.
and I know you haven't seen me, Johnny, lately, but I've lost 30 pounds since the last time you saw me.
Oh, well, hey, what is your secret? Because I don't
I'm,
know if you can see behind me. I have a treadmill and a bike over here, and I have not used either one, okay?
well, I'm not doing any of that because I'm like you. I'll buy the exercise equipment and it just sits there collecting dust. But
Yeah.
I joined that Nutrisystem for men, and
Oh,
it's working really well, and the food's pretty good.
Wow.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing about me is a lot of times I skip breakfast. So when I get hungry is when it's time to go to bed. So, I mean, I'll never lose weight.
Yeah. No, my eating habits were horrible. And I might go a whole
Yeah.
month without drinking water. You know, I would drink
Oh,
sweet
yes.
tea and soda,
Yeah.
you know, but I've changed all that. You know, this
Oh,
Dr.
that
Pepper
is
is pretty
great.
rare, actually.
That is great.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to keep going. I mean, I scared myself because I never weighed myself, and I got on the scale, and I was 276 pounds, and I'm like, oh my God, I had no idea I weighed that much.
I
And so
know.
now I'm down to 246, and I told my wife, I said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to try to get to about 200 pounds if I can.
Oh, that is great. That is great.
Oh. Well, hopefully we have a quorum tonight.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
Denise's husband is sick. She was like, "Well, he doesn't have COVID," so I was like, "Oh, that's good to hear."
Yeah, because you know, anybody over the age of 60 needs to be worried about COVID if they catch it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
Yes.
I know my wife and I've been laying low as much as we
I
can.
know. I seldom go anywhere except to the store, and that's about it.
Yep. Yeah, we've been curbside and everything.
Yes, really.
Yeah.
Well, how's that going? That does pretty good.
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Michelle's been
Oh,
doing it for groceries and stuff, and I do it for Home Depot and everything. So,
okay, that's
anyway.
good.
Hi,
Hi,
Miriam.
Miriam.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Good. Hi,
Good to see
Johnny.
you.
Hey, how's it going?
You. Here
Looks
at
like you're riding.
well, hey, I just got off work, made it to
Oh,
baseball
okay.
practice, and I'm so glad for Zoom.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know, right?
yes.
Right. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 3 so far. We just need one more person.
How's everything? Did you go to the school today, Miriam?
Well, I work for the admin building, and it was kind of a tough day because I work for the curriculum department, and so of course, getting kids situated for virtual and all that stuff online. Well, it was a first day.
Yep. Well, you know,
Mhm.
my oldest son is a teacher and a coach at Wiley High School,
Yeah.
and my daughter is a teacher and a coach at one of the middle schools in Round Rock, and so they're like pulling their hair out. You know, it's like,
Wow.
It's the first time they've ever done anything like this. So yes, it's new. And when something is new, not everything's going to be right or perfect. But I think once they get the hang of it, I think everybody's going to like it.
I think so too.
Well,
It's just
and the thing about it is these teachers and stuff, they're scared to death. They're just like the parents, It is crazy.
I know my
Yeah.
kids started in school. They started in person on the
Oh,
3rd, the 4th.
really?
Yeah, and Godly. They're in school as we speak in person. And Jackson's teacher, they already had a staff member get test positive. They didn't tell us who, but Jackson could tell us that his teacher is not there and hasn't been there since then. So I'm assuming it was her.
Wow.
But then that's crazy because wouldn't if it's her, shouldn't they tell the parents?
They did tell us. I got a video
Okay.
from the principal. But the funny thing is I mean, they don't. Jackson. It's not from all this stuff I'm getting is from Jackson, a 5-year-old, and he told me that they're eating.
well, that's just as accurate as what you read on the internet.
Letting them out of class. Yeah, they're not letting them go out of class. So I think they're trying to quarantine those kids. I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, Jackson's fine. He doesn't have any symptoms. I mean, nothing like that. He's not sick or nothing. So,
well, are they taking their temperature and stuff every day at school like a lot of like they said they were going to do at these other schools?
I don't know. I don't know. Unless
Because
they're
you know,
doing it-
some they supposed to check them when they coming through the door and stuff.
Not when they come through the door. They, after that positive case, they are now required to wear masks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get down real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, my daughter's doing the virtual teaching. My son has to do, he's doing live teaching and virtual teaching.
Wow.
And then my wife is a professor at Mary Hardin Baylor, and she's doing both as well. And so, yeah, it's
Well,
crazy.
you know, my thing is this: how do you teach science and biology?
I know.
I was like, this gonna be interesting because I wouldn't want anybody bringing no dead frogs here to dissect. Okay.
Well, and the other thing, Johnny, that's crazy to me is, okay, you're worried about the classroom and you're doing virtual teaching and all this stuff, but we're going to go ahead and play athletics, you know?
Yes.
So, I don't
Yeah.
know. Is that Burl with us?
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
Burl, yeah.
Hey, Burl, how are you?
All right.
Good
Hello,
afternoon.
girl.
Pardon?
Good evening.
Good afternoon. How are you doing? Evening.
I'm doing fine. Everybody happy
Good.
today? Everybody staying cool?
I have not stepped out the house only to get the mail for a second.
That's not fair. The rest of us have to get hot. You need to too.
Right, that is true.
Well, we have a cold front coming next week. It's only supposed to be in the 90s. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
We get our long handles out.
I saw Ray was with us. Where'd he go?
He's there. He's muted.
I'm here.
Oh,
Okay, I see. I hear you.
Yeah, I'm just doing the audio.
Oh, okay. So, Johnny, you want to go ahead and call the meeting to order then?
Oh, okay. Let's see. We'll call the meeting to order. Let's see. The second thing is approval of minutes from the previous meeting, which we'll approve at the next meeting. The third is discussion items, 2020, 2021 budget.
Where'd Mindy go? Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's there.
Okay, I couldn't see her. Mindy, can you put the first page up on the budget?
yes. Can y'all see it?
What are we supposed to be seeing? Oh, could you enlarge it a little bit?
Hold
You can on your screen. I enlarged it with my fingers.
Oh,
Or hit that maximize?
no, that's
Hold
not
on just a
working.
second. There we go.
That's first page? Yes.
There we go. Can you see it better, Johnny?
No. Okay, that's a little bit better. What can I do to enlarge the screen or something? Because part of it is, there you go.
There you go. Okay, can everybody see that okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So the first page is our revenue source. And what they did is they showed you the last 3 years to give you some idea of what we've been doing. The reason 2020 is a little bit inflated is because of all the money that we took out of reserve for the special projects that we've done this past year in the Johnson Park and all that. So that's why those numbers are inflated from 2019. And of course, the numbers you're seeing at 2020 is just the year to date. So it's not the entire fiscal year that's in there yet. But the proposed budget for proposed revenue for 2021 is $272,077, if y'all see that. So we're still climbing, in revenue, and primarily that's due to property taxes, or not property taxes, but sales tax collection. The funny thing about COVID is our sales tax collection has been pretty good, unlike other cities that have struggled with it. Matter of fact, I was working with Tarrant County for COVID funding for businesses that were struggling, and we posted that repeatedly, on our Facebook page and stuff. And we only had one business that even applied for it. So that's encouraging that Everman's hanging in there. And but hopefully this COVID stuff will be over with soon. Does anyone have any questions about the first page?
No.
Okay, the second page, it just kind of breaks it down to show you what the revenue is. So it shows your sales tax, our investment income, which is basically your interest rates and stuff. That's down for two reasons. Number one, interest rates are down, and number two, our fund balance had dropped because we had taken the money out of our fund to do those special projects in 2020. So the projected investment income for 2021 is $9,000 compared to what the projected revenue or investment income would be for 2020, which was 17,000. Although year to date we're at 10,300 now, so I don't know that we're going to reach that 17,000 anyway because of interest rates. Anybody have any questions about that page? Okay. Page 3. This is just the total expenditures projected for next year. Again, 2020, the numbers are inflated due to the projects that we've done this past year. And actually, some of that money, at some point in time, they're going to have to make an adjustment after October 1st, because we're not going to spend all of the money yet for the parking lots at Johnson Park. I don't know if any of y'all have driven over there yet, but the east side of Johnson Park's, that parking lot has been paved, and we're fixing to get it striped and curbed. But the west side of Johnson Park, we will not be able to start until September or October because we're waiting on the county to fit that in their schedule. So some of that money will transfer over to the next fiscal year to take care of that particular project that y'all wanted done.
Got it.
But Johnson Park looks beautiful. I don't know if y'all been over there, but we've been getting lots of compliments. Everything's finished over there. They're erecting the rest of the scoreboards now, and like I say, they're fixing to stripe and pave the east parking lot.
It does.
I'm sorry.
I said it does look nice. It does look nice. I have seen it, and I have seen the paved area, so it is looking really good.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding they took I think it was almost $1,800 out for the scoreboards. Why did they take that out of EDC?
Well, the EDC paid for the scoreboards. I think the total on that was I don't recall, 4,500, I think. Somewhere in that area for all the fields. So I don't know what the 1,800 is.
Well, it was supposed to be. Well, first of all, it was supposed to be 4,000 or 5,000. I think I've lost count. But that wasn't supposed to come out of EDC. And then I guess to have it installed, it was 17,000 and something, and that came out of EDC.
No. The scoreboard purchases came out of EDC, but the installation that Aaron Ornamental Iron is conducting, that portion, the city, that's coming out of the Parks budget. So Parks has been sharing some of these expenses with EDC because the only money that we're spending is the money that y'all approved. Anything above that, where we have to hire subcontractors or whatever, that money's coming out of the parks budget from the city side.
Got it.
Okay, if we can go to page 4, Mindy. This is the total expenditure summary, and really there's only 2 major changes. Number one, the city is proposing 5% pay raises for all city employees, so those numbers are in there. And then, and I need everybody's input on this because I've only talked to some of y'all, in recent meetings, but I got the impression from when we met before that y'all wanted money diverted to start the memorial park. And so what I did is I asked Mr. Gunderson and Susan to take about $75,000 from our incentive fund and put it toward the initial startup of Memorial Park, if that's what y'all want to do. We can put that money back in incentives if you don't want to do that at this time, but that's what I've done. And so you'll see, for some reason, he's got $74,900 in here as the proposed budget for Memorial Park. I don't know why it's $100 short. Probably he was just trying to meet numbers, but I kind of need to know from y'all if that's what y'all want to do, or if you'd rather move that money back to incentives, and in the event that we get a bite on something, or what.
Why does it have to come out of EDC?
Well, it doesn't. EDC can as I've explained before, parks and any kind of improvements that fall under the EDC guidelines, we can do if y'all want to do it. If you would rather put the money back into the incentive fund and of course you sit on the council, and then if you want to bring that up to the city and say, hey, I think the city should finance this, or
Right.
that's up to you, But the other thing we could do is,
we had gave that 20,000 to start it, and then they transferred it over to the baseball field.
Yeah, we did. We transferred it over so we could put roofs on the dugouts and stuff. I think it was what it was.
Right.
But what I think is good, and I have to say, like all the work that's been done in Johnson Park, it's been shared. And so EDC has done a lot, but the city has also anteed up and paid for a lot of improvements over there as well, because they put new roofs on the buildings, they painted the buildings. They're gonna, oh gosh, what else have they done? They paid for a lot of the dugout work that needed to be taken care of. The erection of the scoreboards, so they have also anteed up what they could to make these projects come to fruition, and that's good that we're partnering like that.
Right.
So I'd like to see us continue to do that, but like I say, it's entirely up to what y'all want to do. I just need to know.
Well, my question is that we're proposing 75,000 for the memorial thing. So where are we getting that high number from when we've only done 20,000 for the parks, for the baseball fields and stuff? So why is it 75,000?
Well, you have to think that we're starting from scratch to actually build a third park. All that's there right now is grass. And so basically what we have to do is take care of issues like sidewalks, because if you're going to build a memorial park, we need to have sidewalks, we need to have concrete platforms to put memorials on, we need to erect flag poles, we need to fence it in, and at some point in time, we need to pave the parking lot over there.
Could we not, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say 75,000 is not going to accomplish all of that. Basically, this is just startup to get the park going, and honestly, I haven't taken any bids or anything for any of those things to see even what it's going to cost us to do this stuff.
Could we not create a committee for the memorial park?
You could.
Okay,
don't know
so
if-
would we need to go before council for that or what?
I would think the council, yeah, I think, yeah, council, the council would have to appoint the committee. EDC can't. do that.
Okay,
And
Yeah.
Johnny, we're gonna do that. Whenever it gets time to get to that point, we're gonna appoint a committee.
okay, get to what point? What are you talking
Get to the
about?
point where we start moving on this project.
Well,
when
well, I mean, okay, the way I'm viewing it is we've been doing nothing but talking about it. And if we could go ahead and get a committee together and that would be a start, because I mean we've had ideas for like a year, I think.
Well, it's been longer than that.
Okay.
We've been
No,
talking-
I mean, no, but I'm saying, I think it was, last year was when, Mike was talking about, when we were talking about the project and he knew, someone that could help us get started and everything. And so, like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with us, getting a committee and getting ideas, and who knows, someone that may have contacts that can help us get started.
So my question is, do we have to have a committee? Is the committee formed so that the committee can oversee and take care of the memorial site? Or I just need a clarification on that.
Say that again.
Is the committee formed so that the committee can oversee the project and what goes on, and after the memorial's already done, they take care of it and do that kind of stuff to it? Or why is the committee formed for that?
To get it started. I mean, to come together. Like I said, we started last year when Mike was saying, about the bricks and the wall and everything. But I mean, you have to start somewhere. So I think getting a committee where we could put these things into fruition, well, we can and then talk about that.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking that EDC or city would, be the committee and make the decisions on what was being done at the memorial park. But I understand.
Well,
Like Forest Hill, for instance, they got a committee together, and they ventured out, to get all this stuff together to talk about ideas and stuff. Like I said, we started talking about it, but that's all we've done. We haven't, done anything else other than that for, like I said, since last year.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
I'm not opposed to a committee at all. And as a matter of fact, if we have veterans that could actually sit on the committee, whether it's military veterans or police or fire veterans, that would be awesome. Because
if we form a committee, that's what's going to happen. It's going to be people that have served or that have a vested interest in it.
But as far as the maintenance of the park, this is a city issue, but I would rather see the city parks department maintain it. I just think that they'll do a better job maintaining it.
Right.
Sure.
Well, no, I just wanted a clarification on the committees, because it seems like for everything that we do, we form a committee. So I just needed, I don't know what.
I agree, Miriam. I'm usually anti-committee, but I think it might be helpful in this case to get some veteran people on board, because I don't pretend to know everything, and I know y'all want to see a really nice park developed here, and so if we're going to do it, we need to do it right.
Yeah, that's fine. I agree. I just wanted understanding of it.
Burl, I got to pick on you. What's your thoughts on this?
I think the memorial is a good idea. You need to refresh my memory a little bit. Where exactly is that going to be placed?
Pittman.
at the north end
Pittman
of,
Park, right where Wichita and Race Street come together, that point right there.
yeah, that's what I thought. Is that going to be taking part of the park away that,
No.
that needs
No.
to
No,
be?
that part is
No.
blocked off already.
Yeah,
Right, it's
just
just grass
yeah.
there.
It's a pretty big space, and it's just all
Mhm.
unused. So
Yeah.
Right. So
stop.
it's not going to intervene with the walking part of it, right? It's just the walking path of it is still going to be for the walking people, for the people that walk
Yes.
on.
Yeah,
Okay.
my thought was to keep the walking track there, and if we put a fence around Memorial Park to do it, you know, to where the walking track is still always accessible to everybody, but outside of the fence.
Got it.
I don't know what the final cost would be, but for something like this, I think it needs to be done right.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not, we don't need to do it. If we can do it for less money, that's fine, but it doesn't need to be done in what we would call cheaply.
Right.
It needs to be, in a manner that is respectful of what it is.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, and Johnny's right. You know, there's a lot of people that may have connections with folks that can help us out. You know, I know a few, you know, as far as the monumental stuff, and I'm hoping that they're going to help us out with this stuff. They indicated they'd help us. Now, to what extent, who knows? Because I've not hit them up for anything specifically yet. And then the bricks, you know, engraved bricks that people could purchase for their loved ones. You know, we could actually use that money, you know, whatever money's generated there to sink back into it. So, you know, there's things we can do to make this less costly, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah.
You got to remember, Forest Hill spent over $300,000 on theirs.
Yeah, and I've gone over there. Jeff and I have kind of made the rounds and looked at other people's memorial parks, and it's nice. Forest Hills is very nice. So I mean, we definitely want to do it right. And I don't know if they footed that whole bill or if they had help or what.
Well, it came out of their hotel tax too.
Oh, well, there you go.
Which
yeah.
we don't have.
No, helps to be on an interstate.
Right.
Mayor, you're on the mayor's council. Can't you get us a highway?
You know what? For some reason, it doesn't work that way.
So I take it y'all would like to, I don't know, what do y'all want to do as far as the fund is concerned?
The fund is fine for me.
I don't have a problem with it.
I'm good with it too.
Yeah, I'd like to see that used for that purpose.
Well, those of you who sit on the council, if you can discuss the formation of a committee, we won't do anything as far as expenditures until we get that together and we can slowly plan this out.
Sounds great.
Other than that, that's the only two changes on the budget. Everything else is basically the same. I think there's a couple of little differences. Let me see. Administrative costs stayed. Yeah, everything else stayed the same.
I'm having trouble seeing. I'm having to see this on my phone. So,
Yeah,
but
the print, if you could just blow it up just a little bit more, it's great.
well, actually though, my question is going to be what are we anticipating our balance to be at the end of 2021?
The
I'm not sure that's on there.
The savings balance?
No, balance. Yeah. Funds on hand.
I think we were over 500,000. Where exactly, I don't know, Burl, but we were over 500,000 in our savings account. And I told the finance director that I'd really like to keep us there. I don't really want to get under that.
I was thinking we had more funds than that. I guess not. Maybe.
Yeah, we took out money for various projects this past year. So what the actual total was, I couldn't tell you, but yeah. But I know we're over 500,000, and like I said, I really am not interested in taking any more out of that fund until we build it back up. The other thing is, not to change the subject there, but our TIF fund, our tax increment fund, is up over $100,000 now as well. So it's building and building pretty fast now. It took a while to get going, but it's going.
And what is that going? What does that go toward?
We can use that for any kind of infrastructure project, for anything that's within that zone. So we have a big zone in the city that we can use it for if we get any kind of new developments or something. And actually, I think either this year or the following year, I would like to create another zone so we can do something similar. You can have as many zones as you want, but you just have to. There's a percentage you have to use. You can't have a certain number of homes within that district. It has to be all businesses, primarily businesses. So we have to be careful how we put it together. But at some point in time, I would like to create a second zone so that we can build up a lot more money in that account to help us out with infrastructure projects when the time happens. I mean, just to let y'all know, the city is doing a lot with infrastructure coming up. They got a lot of stuff going on. So they're attacking water and the annex building, the fire department, a bunch of projects. So a lot going on.
On the incentives, it has we have 20,000 for that.
Yes.
And for big projects, we just have 10,000.
Yes. Yeah, we've been keeping 10,000 in the big project. You know, that one puzzles me, and I've told y'all this before, but people will come in and get applications and they never turn them back in. I mean, we have had people utilize the big project, but I would think a lot of people would utilize it. And
Well, you know, I think when I first started on EDC, I think people were scared that you wanted to know all of their financials. And so then I think now it's changed. So I don't know if they still have that thought or what. So
I mean, I've advertised that we don't, and the people that have come in, I've sat down with them. I had one guy come in and ask for the application 4 times and he's never turned it back in. And so it's like, I don't understand. I really don't.
Right.
But yeah, it's there. And you know, in the event that we do get some big, you know, project coming in that, you know, we may have to visit the incentives, you know, when the time comes. But you know, with the way things are right now with COVID and everything like that, you know, I don't look for that to happen anytime soon.
So I have a question. Oh,
yes.
I'm sorry to. So the incentives, once a business applies for an incentive, they can only apply once, or can they apply for an incentive again?
Yeah, the incentives is basically when they're, you know, like we've had a couple of companies that wanted to move to Everman, and so we'll offer them either tax abatements or a cash grant or, you know, something like that to help them get established. So it's usually it's usually that first time when they first come in.
Got it.
The big grant, any existing business can utilize that as long as it meets the criteria that's established within the big grant, which is basically any kind of improvement to their business as long as it's a permanent improvement. We won't pay for office equipment, stuff like that, but you know, we'll pay for a new roof or lighting or the facade on the building, stuff like that.
So is it's inside and outside?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's a matching grant, so I mean they can get up to 10,000, but they have to match it with 10,000 or less.
Right. So once you get a big grant, that's it. But if like for 1 year and then next year they decide they want to do something else, they can apply again for the big grant.
They could.
Okay.
Yep, they sure could.
All right.
And y'all just consider those big grants on a case by case basis. So.
Got it.
Y'all have any other questions about the budget, the proposed budget?
No.
if not, Johnny, do you want to hold the count of the EDC
Right.
for?
Can I take the share screen off, Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
So we'll move to a consideration and possible action. Is that what you're referring to?
The proposal, the adoption of the budget.
Approval of, right, that's what I said. Can we get a motion?
Yeah, so move.
What'd you say, Burrow?
I so move.
Oh, okay.
Second,
Was that you, Mayor?
yes.
Okay.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, motion carried.
If there's nothing else, Mike, do you have anything else?
No, I don't. Good to
Okay.
see everybody. I mean, I can barely see y'all, but it's good to see everybody.
Mhm.
It's good to see you too. And I just want to say thank you, Michael, for always, doing a good job. And, you're just very, very nice and doing all that you can for our city. So I really do appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate everything you just said, but my wife would disagree with you on my being nice. But
Okay.
We are adjourned.
Bye, everybody. Have a good
bye.
night.
Good to see y'all.
Aye.
Have a
Take
good
care.
night.
On.
Bye.
Bye.